Fine. So human-centric marketing for brand attraction. Now, what it is? Now we are, we are at the stage that we have understood all the ways of attracting our customers, and that is what marketing is all about. You are marketing your products, you are marketing your services. Now, in this process of marketing, we are actually practicing this attraction. Now we are practicing how we can attract the attention of our customers. Sometimes it is through advertising, sometimes it is through the way we communicate, sometimes it is through coming up with a better product. So these are some of the ways of attracting. So what is this human centric marketing for brand attraction? So this human centric marketing is something which is new for us. So we can say that this can be another way of attracting the attention, getting the or attracting the brand. Now it is the effort the marketers are putting in by way of practicing human centric marketing, so that the brands or our own offering can get the attraction or can get the attention of our customers. So this is the baseline of this particular topic, today's topic. Is everybody with me? Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell you here? So let us understand what this human centric marketing is. What is human centric marketing? Marketing we all understand. What is this human centric metrics? Human centric marketing. It is defined by brands that approach engaging their current and prospective customers. So we are how it is defined? It is defined by brands that approach engaging their current and prospective customers. So we are approaching, or we are taking into consideration those brands which are basically dealing with the current and the prospective customers. Current as in the ones who are right now you are holding, and the ones you are going to hold or going to be behind in the future. So prospective customers. So how you are catching hold of these customers? By way of advertising and marketing tactics. Various tactics we are making use of as whole human beings with hearts, minds and spirits. So basically we are not only targeting the humans, mind. We are not only targeting the human intellectual here, but we are targeting the complete human being with heart, mind and spirit. So the efforts or these activities which we do, so that the entire human being with his heart and soul, when he is our own customer, the efforts which we do, or the such practices are called as human centric marketing. So we are not only targeting a particular set of, or let's say the particular part of our customers. Let us attract the customers, or sometimes it is only the brain which we are focusing uh, while marketing the products. But in human centric marketing, we are not only targeting a single body part of our customer. Understand what I mean by body part. Sometimes we believe that it is only the message which will reach our customers because they can read. So it is the eyes which we are targeting here. But in human centric marketing, it is not the case. We are targeting the whole human being with heart, mind and spirit. So little confusing. Let us move on to make the concept clear. So what it is all about? What happens in human centric marketing? We are understanding now what is the background of this human centric marketing. So usually what happens that it is portrayed, it is believed that customer is king. We have always used, or we have always seen in marketing, that it is always the customer who is given the preference, and it is being portrayed as the customer has got power. If he wants, we have to design the product according to his own needs and requirements. That is what we believe. But then in this practice, we usually forget that even the customers have got some limitations. Even customers have got this human side. That is, they might not be perfect. When I say that I want so and so ingredient to be used, but I may be wrong. I am commanding here does not mean that I am always right. Though I am a customer, I am commanding something does not mean that I'm right. I may be imperfect. I may be wrong. But these philosophies, or let's say this side of human, is being neglected. Hmm? So this human side of not being right, not understanding the marketing gimmicks, the marketing ploys, it is always neglected. So what as a customer I do, if I don't understand a particular let's say the marketing gimmick. Let me give you an example of let's say these क्या बोलते हैं, LIC has got this insurance policy la Jeevan Saral. Now what you it is normal like a usual RD, recurring deposit, where every month you have to put some money, and after a particular period of time your जितना हम इन्वेस्ट करते, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ वी आर गेटिंग एक्स अमाउंट, आफ्टर इन्वेस्टिंग सम a amount for 10 years, we are getting x amount, we should get x amount, but because we have opted for this policy, we will get something like x plus y, x से ज्यादा ही मिलने वाला, fine. But I don't understand this marketing gimmick as a customer. So what do? I build community. Like-minded people come together and they form a committee, or let's say a union, a group, so that position of me as a customer is strengthened. मेरे साथ बहुत सारे लोग जुड़ जाते हैं. I get along with other people, like-minded people, and I form a community so that मेरी position as a customer, मैं उसको उसको strengthen करती हूँ, उसको मैं मजबूत करती हूँ. So I need to, as a marketer, I need to understand this new reality that the customers are not alone nowadays. They are united. They have got their own groups. So I, as a marketer, need to understand this new reality and need to build brands that behave like humans. कैसे? कि brands approachable होने चाहिए, या फिर they should be preferred by the customers. They should be less intimidating. Intimidating मतलब problem create करने वाले नहीं होने चाहिए. They should become, the brand should become more authentic or honest. जो commit कर रहे हैं वो ही दे रहे. They should understand or admit their flaws. So ये जो human qualities है, nowadays marketers are thinking that we should accept or we should come up with such brands which will behave like humans. Abhi aise kyun? What is the reason of marketers thinking in this way? Because what is happening, we have learned something called as product centric marketing. We have learned uska evolve hoke there is customer centric marketing, and now we are at this stage of human centric marketing, where we are trying to fulfill not only the functional needs or emotional needs of our customers, but we are also trying to understand the hidden anxieties and desires of our customers. Are you understanding why we are learning this human centric marketing? We are at one point of time saying that brands को भी human जैसे behave करना आना चाहिए. Now why this is so? Because the customers are united. Customers are together. They know what their weaknesses are. But as a marketer, our brands, they are not understanding my customers' fears and anxieties. So if I have to reach to these set of customers, maximum to these set of customers, I should understand their needs and requirements, their hidden anxieties and desires. Yes.
स्क्रीनवर PPT नाही दिसत.
How? Because I'm explaining, na?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm explaining this background of what is this human centric marketing and why we have to understand, why we have to learn this human centric marketing. Fine. So the point is the customers are united. Customers, uh, wait a minute. Let me just see who all have joined. Maheshwari, Balbir, Omkar, Umesh, Abhay. Fine. So Maheshwari and Omkar, they have joined now. Fine. So customers are together. They know their limitations, but as a company, as a marketer, I don't know their weaknesses are. Brand ko pata nahi hai. Huh? Suppose if the brand is, let's say, LG. Now, LG is into electronic business, electronic as in the consumer durable business. But जो एक house homemaker की जो real requirements है, LG might not be knowing that because LG is operating. LG is an international brand, so they have these inputs which are internationally accepted. But a person, let's say if a homemaker is staying in the remotest area, or let's say if she is from the rural area of India, which is very difficult to access, her requirements are quite logical. But if LG has not got this provision of listening to such sector, and if they are not adopting, then they are losing major chunk of the customers. So that is why we have progressed to this human centric marketing, where not only the functional or emotional needs of the customers are addressed, but their hidden anxieties and desires are also addressed. Now, why hidden anxieties and desires? Because we are living in digital world today. आपण कस आज आपण कुठल्या जगात राहतोय? We are surrounded by machines, we are surrounded by technology. So when we are surrounded by technology, it may happen that because we are using technology, we may fear about this technology as well. I have got this phone with me, a smartphone. Let's say this is not of Apple, but imagine that this is of Apple. iPhone मिला है मुझे, मेरे बेटे ने मुझे iPhone दिया. Suppose I am a 60-year-old lady and my son gifts me an iPhone on my 60th birthday. I don't know how to charge. अगर मैं इसका चार्जर भूल जाती हूँ, and if I go to my sister's place and if she does not have this particular phone's charger, anxiety हो सकती है मुझे, because my phone is on the verge of dying, battery एकदम low है. Anytime my son may call me up, and if I am unable, उसी time अगर मेरा phone discharge होके बंद हो जाता है, so I may develop this anxiety, I may develop this fear, which has simply, you know, which I have generated simply because of such kind of technology. If I have to travel, and Ola and Uber ही option है मेरे पास. No other auto rickshaw I can see standing down to my complex. I have to be dependent on the technology here. If Ola is somehow is not accepting my request, I may get panic. If I am, let's say again, if I am 50-year-old or a 60-year-old lady, I may get panic. So these are the anxieties, the latent anxieties, the hidden anxieties which are generating because of we are living in this digital world today. So क्या होता है? As a human being, I may think that क्या हो रहा है मेरे साथ? As a human being, what does it mean to be a human in this digital world? अगर मैं technology समझ ही नहीं पा रही हूँ, though I have only developed it, I as a human being I have only developed it, but if I don't understand, then what is the use? And that is why this human centric marketing is coming into picture, because we in human centric marketing, we are understanding such hidden anxieties, hidden fear of our customers and desires, and accordingly we are creating the brands which such customers who are living in this digital world can better utilize and understand. Getting it? Now, coming to understanding humans using this digital anthropology. अभी ये digital anthropology is a new word to us. Digital we understand, हाँ, जिसमें technology use होती है. Now this anthropology, it's a separate division. हाँ, एक study होता है social sciences में, जैसे हम management पढ़ते हैं, marketing पढ़ते हैं, वैसे एक anthropology करके एक subject होता है. This is basically the study of human beings. तो ह्यूमन बींग्स की स्टडी होती है एंथ्रोपोलॉजी में. सो डिजिटल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी मीनिंग studying the human beings who are living in this digital world, like you and me, who are using technology, who are making use of technology. So the division, or let's say the study which takes into consideration the behavior of individuals who are using technology, this is called as studying the digital anthropology. So why we have to understand humans who are using or who are in this digital era, who are living in this digital world. Now why it is necessary to understand humans, ठीक है? So उसके पहले we will first see what this digital anthropology, हम जो बोल रहे हैं कि ह्यूमंस का स्टडी करेंगे जो टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर रहे हैं या टेक्नोलॉजिकल वर्ल्ड में रह रहे हैं, उनका हम स्टडी करेंगे. मीनिंग व्हाट? So what do we mean by using or understanding digital anthropology? Meaning we are studying how humans are interacting with digital interfaces, how effectively a smartphone can be used, how effectively I can use web WhatsApp, how effectively I can put my comments after visiting my suppose my grandchild's YouTube channel. So how I am using this social media, how I am interacting with this social media, how I am interacting with this digital interface. Another way is how they behave in the context of technology. Suppose QR code जैसे कोई चीज मुझे स्कैन करनी है for making payment, या फिर simple e-wallet when I have to use GPay करना है या Paytm करना है. So how do I behave here? Do I get panic? Am I comfortable? I can learn and I can easily use whatever technical difficulties I come across. I just ask the younger generation and I resolve the issues. So how do I behave? So digital anthropology in this way explores these various factors. In this way, it understands the human behavior, how technologies are being used by humans to interact with one another. कैसे गूगल डीओ पे मुझे कैसे कॉल करना है, हाउ डू आई सेव नंबर ऑन माय मोबाइल फोन्स. सी यंगर जनरेशन इज वेरी मच कंफर्टेबल. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मिडिल एज्ड एंड maybe the old aged people. For them these difficulties come. We are quite habitual towards adopting to such technologies. Further, how people perceive brands in their digital communities, what attracts people to certain brands. So digital anthropology in this way focuses on these things, basically how we are using the technology. Now why we are, the next question would be why it is important to understand how people are using the technology. Now when I understand that how they are using, I can find out the real problems. जैसे हम previous slide में देखा था हमने, we were discussing that I need to understand the hidden fears. अगर मुझे लोगों के concern मुझे मालूम करने हैं, तो first of all I should know कि कहाँ problems कहाँ आ रहा है, where they are facing the problems. So when I have to understand where they are facing the problem, I need to find out the process first. And these are the ways of understanding or finding the hidden desires. What do I expect from GPay as a customer? What additional features GPay should give me? So if I have to know what additional features GPay should give me, first I should understand how people are using GPay, which class as in age group, which age group is using, what problems they are facing. So the first point is cleared here, how humans are interacting with this digital interfaces. So iske liye I have got these methods. If I have to understand the hidden फियर, लोगों की एंजाइटी अगर मुझे पता करनी है टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करने में, क्या दिक्कत होती है, क्या मुश्किल होती है, इफ आई हैव टू फाइंड आउट, आई शुड हैव सम टूल्स। मेरे पास कुछ होने चाहिए वेज जिससे मैं ये पता कर सकती हूँ. सो द मेथड विच आई यूज हियर आर सोशल लिसनिंग, नेटनोग्राफी and emphatic research. These are the ways I can understand my customers better. We are studying human centric marketing, where we are taking entire or whole human into consideration, so that after understanding their needs and requirements, similar changes we can make in our own brands, which then can appeal in a better way to our customers. Is everybody with me? Are we understanding? So to know our customers better, I have these methods with me. What these methods are? Social listening, ethnography, and emphatic research. Let us study these methods one by one. Social listening. As the picture tells us, we have got these LinkedIn दिख रहा है मुझको, then I have Twitter है, so various social media platforms, उनके सबके logos है मेरे सामने, and I am just listening कि LinkedIn पे क्या चल रहा है, यहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है, इंस्टा पे करंट क्या है, ट्रेंडिंग में क्या चल रहा है. So this is what is social listening. So it's a proactive process. Proactive मतलब रिएक्टिव एंड प्रोएक्टिव. रिएक्टिव मतलब कोई चीज होने के बाद जो हम करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रिएक्टिव. एंड कोई चीज जैसे एग्जाम के पहले की पढ़ाई इज आर प्रोएक्टिव एफर्ट. एग्जाम का टाइम टेबल लगने के बाद की पढ़ाई वुड बी आर रिएक्टिव वे. फाइन. सो प्रोएक्टिव प्रोसेस ऑफ मॉनिटरिंग व्हाट इज बीइंग सेड अबाउट अ ब्रांड ऑन द इंटरनेट. Now, what I mean proactive process of monitoring, matlab when you put your advertisement of your brand on internet, कोई मे बी कोई कंट्रोवर्सी हो या फिर समथिंग पॉजिटिव हैपन्स, इंस्टेंट पिकअप हो जाए ब्रांड, उसके बाद सुनने से पहले, एज you know come on internet, you start listening or you start observing what is being said about you on the internet, particularly on social media and online communities. So social listening is you are just listening to your customers who are present on social media, what they are saying, what they are discussing, are they discussing positive points or what their comments are, इस पे क्या हो रहा है, उस पे क्या हो रहा है. This is called as social listening. Why we have to do social listening? It helps us grow our business. कैसे? When I know that what my customers are saying, what my customers' opinion about my product is, I can probably make the necessary changes, and maybe in this way I can grow our business. See, we are roughly just discussing. Also, we can monitor the conversations around our brand, which can give us many insights. Reviews होते हैं. So reviews is nothing but part of social listening. जैसे कि I have a property, suppose in Panchgani or let's say in Mahabaleshwar. Now I put that property of mine on available on Airbnb. So I put its advertisement maybe on Make My Trip or Yatra, ki homestay hai, food and all, whatever. So that advertisement I put, and you know I do some part of SEO also. सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करके मैं थोड़ा बहुत आई एम प्रेजेंट ऑन गूगल एज वेल. सेकेंड थर्ड पेज पे मैं आ जाती हूँ एफर्ट्स डाल के. एंड देन I look at reviews. I closely monitor the reviews. I closely see that I come up with some or the other offer, and you know कुछ ना कुछ तरीके से I try myself to be in front of my customers. So while in this process, I also listen or I also monitor what my customers are thinking or what my customers are saying about me, so that I can improve my presence on social media. I can better manage my customer complaints, and also I can track my competitors' movement. So for all these things, I am doing social listening. इसीलिए मैं सुन रही हूँ कि मेरे customers क्या बोल रहे हैं, मेरे competitors क्या कर रहे हैं. कंपनीज यूज सोशल लिसनिंग. ये सारे वेज हैं जिसके लिए वी डू और अ मार्केटर नीड्स टू सोशली लिसन. हाँ, जैसे कि जनरेटिंग लीड्स, कस्टमर सर्विस, गेटिंग कस्टमर फीडबैक. सी बेसिकली दीज आर वेज ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर कस्टमर. की एक ही है, बोलना सिर्फ एक ही है, अपने कस्टमर्स को समझो. अभी कस्टमर्स को किस किस वे में समझना है, एट व्हाट पॉइंट्स समझना है, उसके ऊपर हमारे जो भी वेज है डिपेंड करते हैं. ठीक है, जैसे सीआरएम में हमने देखा था दैट वी हैव टू रिटेन आवर कस्टमर्स. तो रिटेन कैसे करेंगे? बाय मेकिंग दी ऑफर्स ल्यूक्रेटिव, बाय मेकिंग दी ऑफर्स अट्रैक्टिव. सो यहाँ पे अगर मुझे सुनना है कि क्या चल रहा है, लोगों के बीच में क्या बातें हो रही है, तो ये मैं क्यों कर रही हूँ, तो ये मैं सब इसलिए कर रही हूँ सो दैट आई कैन एनालाइज माई कॉम्पिटिटर्स, आई कैन ट्रैक द campaign, marketing campaign which I am running. I can gather more accurate social media analytic data and many more. So इन सब के लिए मैं social listening करती हूँ. Then there is something called as another method of understanding your customer. हाँ, जो हम क्या पॉइंट देख रहे थे हमने, डिजिटल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, इफ यू रिमेम्बर. ये डिजिटल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी मतलब अपने कस्टमर्स जो कि डिजिटल एरा में प्रेजेंट है उनको स्टडी करना. तो हम उनको कैसे स्टडी कर रहे हैं? बाय दीज 3 मेथड्स, जिसकी हमने सोशल लिसनिंग हमने अभी देखी. नाउ वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट इज दिस नेटनोग्राफी. नाउ दिस नेटनोग्राफी वर्ड हैज कम फ्रॉम दिस एथनोग्राफी. The term ethnography derives its name from ethnography and net as in the internet. So net and ethnography, that is why that is called as netnography. अभी ethnography का मतलब क्या है? Let us see what this ethnography is. Wait a minute. Basically, ethnography is you are describing the humans, how their behavior is, how their performance is. So ethnography is, this is how it describes the humans. It is the method. अभी ethnography का meaning क्या है? It is the method that adapts the practice of ethnography to understand human behaviors in e-tribes or online communities. So we are, जैसे हमने anthropology में भी study of human beings देखा था, similarly in ethnography also we are understanding different cultures and different races of humans, but pertaining to ऑनलाइन कम्युनिटीज. हम ह्यूमन बींग्स का ही स्टडी कर रहे हैं. वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग देयर कल्चर्स, बट जो कि तुम और मैं जैसे अभी यहाँ पे बैठे वैसे नहीं, नॉट द फिजिकल वंस और पर्टिकुलर रीजन के ही नहीं. वी आर taking the whole online community into consideration and we are trying to understand their behavior. That is called as netnography. The netnographers, abhi netnographers matlab the ones who study this or who conduct this netnography. So these netnographers, they join these communities, online communities, immerse themselves in the relationship, engage in conversation, develop empathy towards peer member. अभी क्या बोलते हैं, बॉटम लाइन इज सेम हियर. जैसे हमने सोशल लिसनिंग में देखा था, सेम चीज यहाँ पे भी हो रही है. दैट आई एम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट माय कस्टमर्स आर सेइंग. नेटनोग्राफी इज ऑल्सो सेम. इट इज aiming to study the humans by by being part of their community and then listening. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मुझे जानना है कि SYMMS की क्लास, SYMBA की क्लास में फिलहाल क्या चल रहा है इन मार्केटिंग स्पेशलाइजेशन, जॉब से लेके लोगों का क्या बोलना है. सो इफ आई एम एन एथनोग्राफर, I become part of that conversation. Maybe I join their WhatsApp group. I request the admin that I'm so and so researcher, and I want to know that what your discussions are pertaining to the job market after job market post pandemic. क्या opportunities है? What should be our strategy? So I want to be part of this group. So in this way I join this community. In this way I immerse myself. हाँ, मैं उसमें वो ग्रुप में घुस जाती हूँ. I become part of that community and in this way I get access to this information, and in this way I draw my own conclusions कि फिलहाल ये ट्रेंड है, ये एज के बच्चे इस तरह से सोचते हैं. So this is how I am a researcher. I am an ethnographer, meaning I am a researcher, and in this way I understand my customers. ठीक है. सो द डिफरेंस, जैसे हमने बोला कि सोशल लिसनिंग जैसा ही नेटनोग्राफी है, तो क्या डिफरेंस क्या है इसमें? सो डिफरेंस इज दैट द नेटनोग्राफर्स दे ऑफन रिक्वायर to deeply engage as active participant of this online community. I have to be part of that group. मैं सिर्फ बाहर बैठ के I cannot observe कि यहाँ पे क्या चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. I have to be part of that, active member of that particular community. That is why I join that community. I become part of that group. I become part of that community. I also participate in the conversation, and in this way I develop empathy towards these members, and thus in this way these ethnographers, they itself are part of this human to human connection in market research process. In this way I derive the true information, or let's say the realistic kind of information, because I am also equally involved in the discussions. Are you understanding? Now इसके बाद social listening हुआ, nethnography हुआ. Now we have something called as emphatic research. Emphatic research, this involves the human perspective and empathy in the research process. Research किस लिए कर रहे हैं? To understand कि लोग मेरे बारे में, मेरे ब्रांड के बारे में क्या बोल रहे हैं, so that when I know that so and so comments are being said about my brand, I can make some changes and I can offer a better product. यही हमारा गोल है, यही हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव है. So emphatic research में it requires in-person observation. There has to be some person who is on a real-time basis involved in observation. Dialogue, brainstorming, collaboration among the researchers and the community members to synthesize the most relevant insight. अभी जैसे कि मुझे WhatsApp में जो मैसेजेस आते हैं, that I read and maybe I forward. अगर appropriate लगते हैं तो मैं उनको forward करती हूँ, या फिर I just keep those messages with me, या फिर I simply delete also sometimes. This is not called as emphatic research. If I want to know, अगर मैं comments में पढ़ती हूँ that the property which I have in Panchgani, it lacks few of the facilities. Now suppose water supply is क्या बोलते हैं, inappropriate है, या time to time नहीं आता है, then room service is poor, food quality is not up to the mark. Suppose if such are the comments which I see that customers are putting in on the website, it's a harmful, it's a bad thing for me, for my business. So what do? I become part of that group. I probably join this community of these people, the visitors, and I try to find information. Keep poor meaning what? Where they found the food quality poor. So I may ask them that, can you elaborate on what do you mean by poor quality? What do you mean by room service was inappropriate? So I kind of have a dialogue with them. So that is what we are saying here, that emphatic research requires in-person observation, sometimes dialogue, even brainstorming, and there is collaboration among the researchers and the community members to synthesize the most relevant insight. So we work together, the researcher as well as the customer community, they work together to get the more insights, the relevant insights about the particular brand or a product. So in this way, I listen, I gather, or I try to hear the hidden insights or hidden क्या बोलते हैं, anxieties or desires about my customers. Fine. Everybody with me? Now, building the 6 attributes of human centric brands. अभी तक हमने क्या देखा कि ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक मार्केटिंग मतलब क्या, क्यों हमको ह्यूमन सेंट्रिक मार्केटिंग पे स्ट्रेस करना है, व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट नाउअडेज. व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? बिकॉज वी आर स्टेइंग इन डिजिटल एरा एंड इट मे हैपन दैट we may get some kind of fear developed in our mind कि मेरा क्या होगा अगर मैं surrounded by machines हूँ. If I go to a restaurant, that day only I saw this thing, this restaurant in एक OMG करके program आता है History TV 18 पे. So there is this restaurant in Bangalore, or yeah, Bangalore only, Cyber City, yeah, Bangalore, which is entirely being run by robots. It's a new concept, fine, we enjoy. But then a person, let's say group of ladies who are 65-year-old and they have their kitty party organized, they feel like having a kitty party organized in this particular restaurant. So they have this little fear in their mind that how can robot run entire restaurant? Who will take our orders? Who will deliver the orders? How will I make the payment? ऐसे कुछ anxieties या कुछ fear develop हो सकते. So human centric marketing, that is why is trying to understand कि मेरे as a customer मेरे क्या concerns हो सकते हैं, so that accordingly they can make some changes in their brands. Now what we are saying here is that a particular personality, a human personality, we adore, या फिर एक पर्टिकुलर रोल मॉडल हमारा होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्कूल गोइंग किड्स, एंड इफ दे लव क्रिकेट, प्रोबेबली विराट कोहली इज देयर रोल मॉडल. नाउ व्हाई इट इज सो, व्हाई द पर्सन बिकम्स द रोल मॉडल, या फिर व्हाई वी अडोर, व्हाई वी गेट अट्रैक्टेड टुवर्ड्स अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सनालिटी. देयर हैज गॉट सम रीजंस. लेट मी गिव यू अनदर एग्जाम्पल. इन अ क्लास देयर आर 2 क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, बोथ आर गर्ल्स या फिर बोथ आर बॉयज, मतलब कोई जेंडर डिफरेंस नहीं है दोनों में, दे बोथ बिलोंग टू द सेम जेंडर. लेट्स से ए एंड बी क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स है. नाउ ए इज बीइंग प्रेफर्ड ओवर बी बाय ऑल द क्लासमेट्स, बाय टीचर्स, एंड ओवरऑल ए पर्सनालिटी, ए क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इज क्वाइट फेमस एंड क्वाइट क्या बोलते हैं, प्रेफर्ड कंपेयर्ड टू बी. क्या हो सकते हैं रीजंस? मे बी हिज पर्सनैलिटी इज गुड, मे बी द वे he or she he approaches the students, approaches the teachers is good, has got some ethical values or morality in him. Overall, you know, अच्छा बच्चा है, अच्छी बच्ची है, सपोज अच्छा कैंडिडेट है. कंपेयर टू बी, बी में थोड़े अभी क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है तो ऑब्वियसली बहुत डिफरेंस तो नहीं हो सकता है, बट कंपेयर टू ए, बी इज लेसर, थोड़े कुछ चीजें कम है उसमें. सो वी गेट अट्रैक्टेड टू पर्सनैलिटी ए बिकॉज ऑफ फ्यू क्वालिटीज. सिमिलरली when I want customers to get attracted to a particular brand which I own. अगर मेरा कोई brand है and I want that brand should attract the customer's attention, it should have some qualities, it should have some attributes. That is what we are going to learn now, building these 6 attributes of human-centric brands. I hope probably you have got next session, I guess, at 8 o'clock, right? Guys? Karan, are you there? Ajinkya? Fine, I guess you have another session at 8 o'clock. So we'll stop here. We'll continue with the session. Whenever the next session is there, we'll continue with this, building these 6 attributes of human-centric brand. All right. So any doubts you have, just let me know. And maybe next time we'll start with the session earlier. All right. So thank you for today. This is all from my side. Enjoy your sessions and good night and all the best, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good night.